Well, back at the ballpark for a 3-game week at home before Burlington heads to Bluefield, West Virginia. Welcome into the broadcast. Josh Rothert with you on the call. The tarp has been pulled off the field. The lineups have been announced, and the national anthem up next. We'll meet the starting lineups in just a moment.
Fans, at this time, if you're able, we ask that you please stand and remove your caps as we honor the United States of America with the performance of our Star Spangled Banner. Tonight's Chick-fil-A batter of the game is Kevin Bruno. If Kevin Bruno hits a double at any time in the entire section, will put in 3 Chick-fil-A gift cards. Tonight's game ball delivery is presented by
Well, the fans have heard it. The players have certainly heard it. It's been a long time since this team has won a game at home. It's repetitive almost to continuously bring this up. But the longest home losing streak in the league belongs to this team, and the longest active losing streak belongs to this team as well. June 11th, the last time Burlington won a game at home, it was that walk-off home run against Elizabethton by Vincent DiCarlo, a game that is now well in the rearview mirror. Burlington was 5-1 after that game, and since that point, they're 5-13, have not won a series since. But looking to get revenge against Johnson City tonight. So the lineup tonight for Johnson City: Kenyon Hughes Jr. leads things off. Walter Urban in the 2-hole. Nate Eisfelder hitting third. Jackson Geiger, a slugger with 6 home runs, in first base. He'll hit cleanup. Gabe Tanis in the 5-hole. Anthony Temesveri, the catcher, hits 6th. Brennan Sigler, 7-hitter. Zach Porter is hitting 8th. And Noah Cox rounds out the Doughboys order. And they'll go against the right-hander from Oklahoma State. At Ripley High School, Kyle Piercy makes his 4th start of the season. He's yet to put together 3 solid innings. He's yet to make it out of the 3rd inning in any of his 3 starts. Looking to change that today. That ERA needing to climb down, currently over 15. His defense behind him, it's a defense that is strange to Saukville this season. They've got 2 guys that have not played for Burlington yet this year, 3 guys that have yet to play at home. It's Jack Freehill, one of the new additions at shortstop today. Orlando Fernandez at the hot corner. At second, it's Moranto. First is Pomeroy. And then in the outfield, Jaden Nunez will patrol center field. Made his first appearance with Burlington yesterday, or on Sunday, against Danville. It's Weish in left, Mitchell in right. Munoz is the catcher. Have 5 players arriving between Sunday and today. And a pitcher, Will Eichler, South Carolina Aiken. More arrivals, more departures expected. First pitch here at 7:09 p.m. Kyle Piercy's first pitch is outside to Kenyon Hughes Jr. Piercy, through 3 starts, he's got some of the best velo in the league. Flirts with 95. Down 1-0 to Hughes, pitch home. Gist inside with the fastball. Trey Neville behind home plate. Tyler Gist in the field. This crew has been here now 3 times this year. Hughes Jr. playing at Southern University in his freshman season. 2-0 pitch. Hughes swings through it. I was behind on the fastball. 2-1 the count to Hughes, a left-handed hitter. 42 starts at Southern and 32 runs batted in. One of the best contact hitters. Only 19 strikeouts and 150 at-bats. 2-1 misses downstairs. Meeting number 4 between Johnson City and Burlington this year. Johnson City getting the best of Burlington when they played in Tennessee. 3-1 for Piercy. Hit on the ground. One hopper Moranto with a nice scoop at second. Throws to first. It's a hard first out of this game. Moranto deep in the hole. Had to get down to his knee to grab it. Throws out Hughes. It was 101 miles an hour off the bat for the first out. Kyle Piercy getting that fastball locked in early on. Already 94.9 miles an hour. And he gets Walter Urban, the 2-hitter in this Doughboys order. 293 hitter. Pair of bombs, 10 RBIs. Urban making the trip from Manhattan Beach, California. First pitch from Piercy. It's a fastball. Called strike on the outside corner. Urban enjoys playing the piano and talked to Kate Pilgrim, one of the pitchers on this Burlington team. Kyle Piercy is a fine pianist himself. The 0-1. Urban slaps it foul. So competitors on the diamond and also musicians off the field. Elegant instrument the piano is. Piercy ahead, 0-2. Urban aligns his hands in the box. Piercy out of the windup from the right side with his 0-2 pitch. Missed inside. Urban kind of leaning into it. He missed upstairs with it. A pair of fastballs at 94. Piercy, great velo. One of the very best right armors in his class. Only one appearance at Oak State his freshman year. The 1-2. Swung on, grounded off his foot in front of home plate. Caught Urban in a good spot. And he'll take some time to walk it off. Piercy at Staley High School led his team to a state championship appearance as a senior. A Kansas City native, and that 13th best player from the state of Missouri in his class last season. And headed back to Oklahoma State, as is Deacon Pomeroy. Cowboys are plentiful in this league. Urban ready. Here's another 1-2. Piercy shakes first. Now goes into his windup. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Kyle Piercy blows a fastball right by Walter Urban. His first K of the game. He's got 2 up, 2 down to start this first inning. These two teams met at the start of that long road trip. Burlington fell in game 1, 10-8. He fell behind early in that one. Won game 2. First pitch is slapped foul by Nathan Eisfelder. Pomeroy gives chase. Falls out of play. At game 3 on the Sunday, Burlington led 7-5 entering the 6th inning. They got walked off on. The hero in that game, Gabe Tanis, 5th today. 0-1. Piercy misses inside with a fastball. Ready with a 1-1. Pitch home. Tapped foul behind home plate. Piercy coming straight downhill. He's had a couple impressive innings. It's his 2nd start at home this year. It's really the control that has gotten away from him at the early stages of this summer. 11 walks, 3 strikeouts. Picks up a 4th on Walter Urban. 262 hitter Eisfelder waits. Piercy, long breath into his motion. 1-2. Foul tipped into the glove, and that's strike 3. Kyle Piercy makes quick work of the Doughboys order in the top of the first inning. 1-2-3 goes Johnson City. No score as we head to the bottom of the first inning. The Burlington Sock Puppets on Aware TV. Back here for the bottom of the first inning here in Sackville. Let's see, right-hander for Johnson City. Hiram Lewis gets the start. And the starting lineup for Burlington, Braden Moranto hitting first. Jaden Nunez in the 2-hole. His first Appy League appearance yesterday, or on Sunday against Danville. 2 hits in that game. Devin Mitchell bats third. Deacon Pomeroy in the 4-hole, and that means Brandon Novy is getting a day off today. Gets the day off yesterday and the league-wide day off. Gets another one today. Kevin Bruno, new arrival, hitting 5th, the DH today. Orlando Fernandez in the 6-hole. Bruce Weish 7th. Catcher Munoz hits 8th. And Jack Freehill, another new addition to this team, hitting in the 9 spot. Took some good BP, Jack Freehill did. Was impressed with his swing. Makes the trip all the way from California as well. A Moranto, 375 hitter to lead things off for Burlington. First pitch from Lewis. Fastball misses away. Now for Lewis, a decent bullpen arm for the Terriers at Wolford. 10 1/3 innings pitched, 7.84 ERA. Hasn't quite carried over this summer. 1-0 slap foul by Moranto. It's his 8th appearance here in the Appy League this season. 15 innings pitched, 15 runs allowed, a 1-1 record, ERA of 9, 7 walks, 16 Ks. Doesn't really struggle with control. He's been touched up quite a few times, though. Hit a couple batters as well. Lewis with his 1-1. Moranto taps it foul. Well, Braden Moranto kind of thrust into that leadoff role. The departures made official today. Bryce Clavon, no longer on the team. Jack Beck, no longer on the team. LJ Edwards, also no longer on this squad. The 1-2 to Moranto is high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Tettleton said today, kind of feels refreshing to have, guys, not really the revolving door of it all, but the fact that he has 4 guys that it can hit on the bench, feels like he's hit with just 2 or 3 guys on the bench all season. 2-2 from Lewis. Moranto doesn't chase. Good changeup outside part of the plate. Couldn't quite locate it. Count full to Moranto. Very best plate vision in the league. 3-2. Inside, lost him, ball 4. No, it's a call, 3rd strike. Late call from Trey Neville. Moranto tossed his bat aside. Amaranto gets a backwards K to open this ordeal for Burlington. They fall 4 games behind 500. Caught the inside part of the plate. Amaranto knows the zone very well. Trey Neville with the correct call on 3-2. So now Jaden Nunez to hit for Burlington. UNC Tar Heel. First pitch he sees is outside. A patient hitter. Nunez, the latest arrival of all players rostered before the season began. 286 and 13 appearances with UNC this year. 1-0. Outside again. Skipped in the dirt before it arrived to Temis Ferry, the catcher. He's decked out in the baby blue. It's not Carolina blue. Columbia Lion behind home plate for Johnson City. Cox at third. Tanis at short. Hughes at second. Geiger over at first. The outfield, Eisfelder in left. Urban in center. Sigler is in right. 2-0 pitch. Nunez sends a grounder towards short. Weakly hit. Tanis Fields throws across the diamond. Beats Nunez by a step. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the first. And now Devin Mitchell will hit.
Now batting right fielder number 24.
It's like getting a promotion at work. Mitchell hits balls hard for about a week straight. Eventually gives Mickey Tettleton no choice but to bump him up in the order. Couple of multi-hit outings against Johnson City. First series, first pitch fouled off into the glove of Temis Ferry. Had a 2-hit day on Friday and then a 3-hit day in the Saturday game out in Johnson City. He's been scorching hot, up to 340 now this season. 0-1 from Lewis. Mitchell does an offer at it, misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just 1 for 4 on Sunday against Danville to wrap up that series. Burlington was swept in 4 games. 1-1. Mitchell takes again. Slider misses away. Pretty good velo on both sides. Already 94 miles an hour. Established both pitchers in this game. Hitters count. 2-1 pitch. Lewis waits. Holds the glove at his hip. Comes into his motion with the 2-1. Mitchell grounds it hard up the middle into center field. And as a 2-out spark here in the first for Burlington, Mitchell keeps his hit streak alive. Make that 5 straight games with the hit for Devin Mitchell.
Now batting the first baseman, number 35, Deacon Pomeroy.
Deacon Pomeroy stands in. Left the yard in Saturday's game on the 4th of July. A wall scraper, albeit. First pitch to Pomeroy. This is away. That's where most of the misses have been for Hiram Lewis here in this first inning. Ready with pitch number 15 of this first inning. Chalafa first. They'll check him. Throw way over the head, off the tarp. And it scampers past into the bullpen. Mitchell rounds second. He's going to try for third. He's going to have third easy. Long throw to third base. And it's a 2-base error on the pickoff attempt from Hiram Lewis. You don't want a man in scoring position with Deacon Pomeroy in the box. Lewis has just cost himself in a big way. That throw was 10 feet over the head of Jackson Geiger at first base. Never had a chance at securing it. E1 moves Mitchell to third. Pomeroy waits on the 1-0 pitch. Lewis fires home. Pomeroy takes a slider, catches the outside corner, first strike 1. And Pomeroy, well, he has been simply world-beating. 538 batting average last week. Took home Appy League Player of the Week. First time a Burlington player has done that this season. 1-1. Down to Pomeroy. Make it 2-1 to the Go Pokes player who will return next season. 3 home runs, 9 runs driven in. Played in a handful of games at Oklahoma State. It's just been sensational this year. 378 hitter. Waits on a 2-1. Slaps it left center field. Ball's a little bit of pull out there. Urban chases it into the left center field gap and makes the catch and ends the first inning. Mitchell with a 2-out single. Hiram Lewis, 2-base error, does not come back to bite him. And we are tied at zeros as we head to the second inning in game 1 of this 3-game set. Johnson City, Burlington doing it out on Aware TV. You're watching the Burlington Soccer Bullets. Josh Rother back with you here at Burlington Athletic Stadium for the start of inning number 2. One stands a man that has really struggled as of late, but he has so much pop in the bat. Jackson Geiger, the 4-hitter, to lead things off for Johnson City here in the second. On the first pitch, outside from Kyle Piercy. That's the USF Bull. Jackson Geiger, 182, home run, 7 RBIs at South Florida this year. Tied for second most home runs in the Appy League. 6 bombs. Fouls off the 1-0 off the backstop. Geiger, a Naples, Florida native. .432. Senior year of high school. 1-1. This one slapped out of play, foul. And the crowd is just very scattered today, so plenty of souvenirs for the kids that made the trip. It was very blotchy at the start of the game. There was a couple spots of rain nearby, thunderstorms nearby. There's a 10-minute delay. 1-2 from Piercy. Fastball doesn't quite catch the corner to make it 2-2. Ready again, 2-2 pitch. Tapped foul right in front of home plate. He got off his elbow. Geiger, the week to forget last week. He's got the power to leave the yard. He's missing his threads. He went 1 for 18 in last week's games. That stretch pushed him from above 300 all the way down to 250. Waits on another 2-2 from Piercy and swings and grounds it foul. Off the tarp, down the first base side into the away bullpen. Now he misses his friends. Holden Pantier heads to the Cape Cod League to play for the Brewster Whitecaps. Gunnar Skelton could be drafted in July's draft. 2-2 again. Fastball misses away from Piercy. Braxton Van Cleve leaves the team with an injury, and those are all 3 guys that played in the Appy League Select game just a week ago, last Monday. 3-2. Sent in the air, left field. Hooking towards the foul line. Weiss a long run and makes the catch to the deep part of left field for the first out here in the second. This was a Johnson City team that the pitching staff hadn't quite been consistent, but the hitting was just off to a torrid start. And you had Geiger with 6 bombs, Skelton with 5 bombs. Gabe Tanis up to a solid start. He had that walk-off hit. First time these two teams met in Game 3 of that series. Swings and fouls the first pitch foul. Tanis, Central Connecticut State product. Not a ton of extra base pop in his bat. Just 1 home run in the Appy League. Did not have an extra base hit at CCSU. Grounds that one foul down the first base line. He's late on a fastball. Tanis 713 OPS. Piercy wants to go quick with the 0-2. And a slider right over the plate. Munoz skips out of his crouch. He was ready to toss it down for the throw around. Trey Neville said it missed downstairs. Count to 1-2. And that pitch was close. It's the correct call. Trey Neville. 1-2 from Piercy. Swung on and missed. Piercy makes Tanis climb the ladder. He's got 3 strikeouts through 5 hitters.
Now batting the catcher, number 77, Anthony Temesbury.
Temesbury will stand in. Two outs here in the second, no score. First pitch. Temesbury lines one towards short. Softly hit. Freehill moves back, makes the catch. 1-2-3 in the first. 1-2-3 here in the second. Kyle Piercy is in a rhythm. He's tough to beat when he's on. No score. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Here on Aware TV, Burlington and Johnson City. Well, we head to the second inning here. No score between Burlington and Johnson City. With the big league guys having a chat before the game. Dave Schmidt, Dave Anderson, who you may recall famously in the 1988 World Series was the decoy before Kirk Gibson's famous home run. It was Anderson who stood in the on-deck circle when Mike Davis reached base. Kirk Gibson was the pinch hitter, and the rest is history. The Dodgers go on to win the World Series that year. So the bottom of the second, first at bat in Appy League for Kevin Bruno. First pitch is high. Bruno and in his stance. The kid's getting in last night, this morning. Bruno, very jovial at the ballpark this morning. From Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. The 1-0. Bruno hits one foul. Played high school ball at Miami Christian, 298 in his senior season, 341 as a junior. It's on the 1-1. A long pause. Hiram Lewis ready. Throws home. Bruno takes it outside. Bruno, a JUCO guy at Florence Darlington Tech, 327 hitter collegiately. 27 runs batted in. Doesn't hit for a lot of power. Waits for the 2-1. Just inside with it. And Bruno ahead 3-1. Very colorful palette. And Bruno with the baby blue cleats, the light gray bat. You got the green arm sleeve, the purple gloves, pink wrist tape on his left arm. 3-1 from Lewis. Tosses home. Slider right over the heart of the plate. Brings it back to full at 3-2. Lewis into his windup, working from the near side of the rubber. 3-2, missed inside. Bruno has a leadoff walk to get things going in the second. So one kid who played his high school ball in Florida gives way to another kid who played his high school ball in Florida. In stands Orlando Fernandez. He played at South Fort Myers. A couple of years at Northwest Florida State College. The 0-0. Fernandez hacks at it, sends it flying foul, out of play. The redshirt season at University of New Orleans, moves to Northwest Florida Junior College and becomes the Conference Player of the Year in the Panhandle Association. 0-1 to Orlando. Bruno takes off towards second. Throw down from Temesbury. He's right on the money. What a throw from Anthony Temesbury. Guns down Kevin Bruno at second. That was a laser. I don't think we've seen a better throw this year, and that's one of the best defensive catchers, the Columbia Lion, with a rocket down to second for the first out. Bruno only stole 5 bags for Flodar. Gone down on his first attempt here in the Appy League. Burlington, a very aggressive team on the bases. 1-1 to Fernandez. Went behind him. Sent him staggering forward. Two 2-1 to Fernandez. Pitch home. Wanted to chase it upstairs. Wanted to check towards Gist. But he missed with it, so it makes it 3-1. Could have had 2 guys on if Fernandez can lay off one more. Instead, 1 out, no one on. 3-1 to Fernandez. Checked his swing and hit the inside part of his bat. That was just an aggressive take. Fernandez not trying to make contact with the ball. Instead, he spins one foul and the count 3-2. Lewis into his delivery. Fernandez waits. The payoff pitch. Missed upstairs with it. Back-to-back walks. Fernandez disciplined, very crafty at the plate. It's his 19th walk of the season. The third most among active sock puppets. Novi with 22, Moranto with 20. Well, there was a chance that Burlington was going to have a player that could chase the stolen bases record. It was Bryce Clavon, who was at 19 before the halfway mark in the season. 37 is the record set by Nate Anderson at Kingsport. But Clavon is gone. The 0-0. Weish watches one sail outside. 1 ball, no strikes. A left fielder flipping from North Carolina A&T to Kennesaw State. Waits on a 1-0. Smacks it. Right center field. That ball has some carry to it. Out to the deepest part of the yard. Bruce Weish with a big fly here in the second inning. Is it too early to say July Bruce Weish is back? Danville Otterbots fans know what I'm talking about. He hit 400 last year. That's a good sign. Burlington leads 2-0. A 394-foot home run. 103 miles an hour off the bat. Weish has his second bomb of the season. RBIs number 9 and 10 for Bruce. Mickey Tettleton wanted him here, and for that reason, put balls out of the yard and hit him hard. First pitch to Justin Munoz. Slider catches the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Weish has some elite pomp in his bat. He's one of the better extra base hitters. Went into a slump at the start of the year. He's working his way out of it. 0-1. Munoz fists one. This one could stay in the yard. And it falls out of play. Geiger gave chase towards that fence. And for Burlington, it's big that they get the first run of games. They are 8-2 when scoring first this year. Munoz waits on an 0-2. Missed up and away to the catcher. "6'5" right-hander. Trying to regain control with a 1-2. Munoz sends this one, should stay in. Geiger chases, but it's Temesbury, ranges over, and makes the catch in foul ground for out number 2. It's the 4th home run allowed by Hiram Lewis this year. Gets Munoz to pop out. So in stands another left-handed hitter to add to this order. He's the only lefty to join that group that came in so far, but Sal Mineo, also a lefty, will join the team tomorrow. 0-0. Fastball outside corner called strike. Now, Sal Mineo, hitter at Delaware, played at Ohio State, headed to Virginia next year. He's got some serious pop. He had 388 last year in the Appy League with Tri-State. 0-1 to Freehill. That one club broke his bat. He's holding the handle, and it's caught at shortstop by Tanis to end the inning. So an eventful pair of at-bats for the first-timers. Bruno walks, gun down stealing, and broken wood for Jack Freehill. But it's Bruce Weish with his second home run of the season gives Burlington a 2-0 lead. We're through 2 innings here on Aware TV, Burlington and Johnson City. Well, maybe it's deja vu, but the last time Kyle Piercy tossed at home, he went 1-2-3 in the first and the second inning. Couldn't get out of the third, hoping to do that here. His first pitch misses inside to Brennan Sigler, who was committed to play at Tennessee. Redshirted there, did not play in his freshman season, has since moved on. Went to McLennan Community College in Texas. 1-0. Outside. Sigler called strike on the corner. Sigler, all-conference player at McLennan. Hit 21 home runs, hit 411 there, 66 runs batted in. A first-team all-conference member in the NTJ CAC. 1-1 from Piercy. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. He'll head to his third school, Dallas Baptist University. Picks up Sigler. 2-1. Swung on and missed. Great hard slider. Kyle Piercy is firing on all cylinders. So his first start, Piercy, came back on that fateful day, June 11th. He didn't make it out of the third inning. That was the walk-off day. Burlington led 3-0 after 2 innings. Surrendered that lead. Still won. 2-2. Fastball. Called. Third strike on the outside corner. Kyle Piercy has found another gear to start this game. He's got 7 up and 7 down. 4 strikeouts to go with it.
Now batting the designated hitter number 5, Zach Porter.
It's Zach Porter, Noah Cox, the last 2 guys to hit in this Johnson City order. Zach Porter has got some pop in the bat, 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in. Just a 158 average. Swings through the first pitch fastball from Kyle Piercy. At his hips, waits into his motion with a 0-1 pitch. Lifted in the air, center field. Nunez gives chase. Mitchell meets him in the middle. Mitchell calls him off, makes the catch. And there's 2 outs here in the third.
Now batting the third baseman number
That's
7,
a stark downgrade from Saturday's game. A posted total of over 4,000 fans here at the ballpark on a 102-degree day. It's a little bit cooler, 91 degrees with some cloud cover tonight. First pitch to Cox. Misses inside with a fastball. Cox also comes from that Pacific Ocean area. Eugene, Oregon native. 1-0 is fouled off. Played for the Wolverines at Willamette High School. Attended Winthrop this past season. 224 with 7 runs batted in over 17 starts. That was after playing at Umpqua Community College. 1-1 also hit foul at the same spot. Johnson City with that like Call of Duty-like font across the front of their jerseys. And that camo brown stripes the all-black uniforms. 1-2 from Piercy. Didn't chase it. I'll check towards first. Justin Munoz has made it a habit of his to try and force the umpire's hands. He was halfway to the dugout there on the check swing from Noah Cox. Into his stance from the right side. Piercy. 2-2. Lifted in the air, high and foul. Makes its way towards the woods. We'll have another 2-2. Piercy's pitch. Lifted in the air, right field. And slicing foul out of play. I mean, there might be 300 people at this game. That might be a stretch. The right field bullpen bar, there is a few people out there. That's it. 2-2 again, outside from Piercy. Big 3-2 pitch. Now wanting to extend this inning. Kyle Piercy Missed downstairs with a 3-2 fastball. And Noah Cox works a 2-out walk. It's the first base runner surrendered by Kyle Piercy today. Resets the order back to the top. New Orleans, Louisiana native Kenyon Hughes Jr. stands in. Grounded out sharply to second base his first time. First pitch. Outside, gets away from Munoz. Off his glove to the backstop. And Cox takes second. Already longest outing of the year for Kyle Piercy. 1-0. Outside corner, missed with it. A pair of 2-inning outings and a 2 1/3 inning outing against Elizabethton at home. He didn't make it out of that third inning. It was the walks that came back to haunt him. Walked a couple of guys, gave up a couple of hits. Hughes takes again. That one's called strike on the inside corner. Delayed reaction. Neville behind the plate. Piercy's 2-1. Hits Hughes. Skips away from him. Did it not hit him? Must have landed in front of the dirt. That's another bag on a wild pitch. So a pair of wild pitches puts Noah Cox from first all the way to third. Piercy starting to lose himself here, and he can't do it here with a man in scoring position. Hughes rarely chases. Three balls, one strike, and he misses upstairs. That is back-to-back walks. And perhaps a bad omen, very similar to his last outing at home where he walked back-to-back guys in the third inning. Elizabethton scored 3. Go-ahead run, stands in. And Walter Urban. Piercy got him to strike out the first time. Munoz hops out to the mound. So will Dave Schmidt now. Schmidt will give him a pep talk. Infield will converge here. Now Piercy 1 strike away from getting out of this. And now back-to-back walks. Puts runners at first and third for Johnson City. Standing-wise, they are in last place in the Appy League West. The tiebreaker going to the Kingsport Axemen. They're 13 and 13. 500 will not get it done in the West. The second place in the East. So if the season ended today, you'd have a 500 team in fourth place in one division, and you have a 500 team playing for the East Division Championship in the other. Urban, 2 for 9 this season against Burlington. And 995 OPS. Waits on the 0-0. Hughes takes off toward second. Munoz fumbles on the transfer. That puts runners at third and second. Still 2 out here in the third. Urban waits on the 1-0. It's downstairs. Piercy now has struggled to hit the zone. He's missed with 4 straight pitches. Urban, 2 for 5 against Burlington Friday for that series. 0 for 3 in the Sunday game, and that one misses upstairs again. Piercy now 3-0, in danger of walking 3 consecutive hitters. Velo tracking slightly down. He's in the 91 range right now. 3-0. Grounded foul. Aggressive green light swing from Walter Urban. Just needs to stay within himself. Can he work back from being down 3-0 in the count? Urban sets his hands. Piercy into his stretch position. With the 3-1. Missed upstairs. Lost him. Ball 4. That is 3 straight walks issued by Kyle Piercy. Still no hits for Johnson City, but a big one here. Nathan Eisfelder, chance to even the score if he can find some grass. Cox at third. Hughes Jr. is the runner at second. Urban trails at first base. First at bat with the bases loaded for Nate Eisfelder. First pitch. Skips past Munoz to the backstop. Doesn't take a good kick. Johnson City scores on a wild pitch.
Here we go, Puppets. Here we go. Here we go, Puppets. Here we go.
Piercy needs to settle down. Here with the 1-0. Eisfelder launches it. Shallow left field, tracing, getting out of play. And out of play it is as it goes foul. Johnson City, one of 4 Appy League teams without a grand slam. The runner comes in to score. They hit 300 with the bases loaded. In the middle of the pack. Eisfelder waits. Here's the 1-1. Downstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Munoz shakes his head. Thought he could have got the call there. They are the worst team in the league with runners at third and second. 195 as a team. The 2-1. Skips in front of home plate. Good stab by Munoz to hold that one in play. Piercy a pitch away from walking his 4th straight guy. Practice swing, now gets into his stance, waits on a 3-1. Eisfelder launches. If it's fair, it's gone. It's way out of here, foul. Pulled way out in front of that. A fastball that was a few inches off the plate inside. But he caught all barrel. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Piercy win the battle. Pitch home. Top of the zone slider, missed with it. And Eisfelder trots down to first. Johnson City has the bases loaded again. And that is 4 walks in a row from Kyle Piercy.
Now that's first baseman number 6, Jackson Geiger.
Not a guy you want to face with the bases loaded. Not a guy you want to face with the ball blowing out of the yard here. In stands Jackson Geiger. Bases loaded. 2 outs. First pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Geiger 2 for 5 with the bases loaded. 4 runs driven in this year. The 1-0. Geiger takes. Fastball misses away. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch. Off the plate. Munoz didn't squeeze it. He wanted the back pick. There was no one holding any of the runners on base. Pomeroy's deep in the hole at first. Moranto's well off second. And Fernandez was not paying attention at third. The count 3-0. You'd assume auto take here from Geiger. A pitch outside the zone would even things up. 2-1 the Burlington lead here in the top of the third. Piercy's pitch. Fastball. Called strike on the outside corner. Geiger hangs in there. It's a stamp of approval. Some applause from the crowd. Piercy just needs to bed 2 more in there. Get out of this jam. The 3-1. Launch, center field. Hooking towards the gap. Long run. Weish dives. Did he make the catch? Bruce Weish, Superman dive. Saves 2 runs. Man, it got down in a hurry, and Bruce Weish saves the day. Bails out his pitcher. A monster start to this Tuesday evening for Bruce Weish. Holds this game at 2-1. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Burlington leads Johnson City on Aware TV. To the top of the third inning we go. Burlington clinging to a 2-1 lead. Bruce Weish lays out, and he's still celebrating in the dugout. He is pumped up, and what a game he is having. A 2-run home run in the second, a diving catch with the bases loaded in the third. Keeps this game at 2-1. Josh Rothard here with you on the call. The search for win number 3 at home for Burlington continues. They've lost 6 straight games. 7 if you include the USA Collegiate Exhibition game. Moranto back to the top of the order. Leads things off in the third. Doesn't swing at the first pitch. Fastball misses high to Moranto. Hiram Lewis still out there for his third inning of work. Just the 2 runs surrendered on the home run from Bruce Weish. 1-0 to Moranto. Downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Won the battle the first time around. Moranto worked the count full. And then the looking strikeout sent him packing. Lead off the Burlington side, hitting in this game. 2-0 count. Lewis into his windup. Here's the pitch. Again upstairs. Temesbury trying to pull that pitch down into the zone. Had a really bad throw down to end the inning. In between innings, thrown down to second base. Skied into center field. 3-0. Moranto takes all the way. Fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. What do you think? Kyle Piercy's day likely done. No hits surrendered. Took him 63 pitches to get through 3 innings after the 1-2-3 first and the 1-2-3 second. 3-1. Outside, Moranto tosses his bat. This time, Trey Neville composed, no reaction, does not call a late strike, and Moranto leads off the third the same way Burlington led off the second. With a man on via base on balls, third walk issued from Hiram Lewis.
Center fielder number 28, Jaden.
In stands Jaden Nunez. In his July 5th arrival, the latest of any original Sock Puppets player on that roster, but he had a good reason for it. 0-0 pitch from Lewis. Nunez hacks at it, sends one foul on the first base side. He was playing in the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska, not just with the team, he was playing in it. Made an appearance as a pinch hitter in Game 3. Had a single in the 7th inning. The only player in the Appalachian League to record a hit in this year's College World Series. 0-1 is off the plate. And gets away from Hemisphere. He has to chase it down. Shovels it back to the mound. Count even at 1-1. Moranto has a perfect record stealing this year. He doesn't run a lot, but he has 6 steals, which is the third most among active Burlington players. Leads off of first. 1-1 to Nunez. Good slider. Lewis catches the inside corner, makes it 1-2. Nunez making his debut on Sunday against Danville. Scores twice, steals a base, goes 2 for 5. Still not enough. 14-9 loss to the Otterbots. 1-2. Hits Nunez in the back. That one stings. He does a dance towards the dugout and sends his bat aside. That's 2 runners on via free passes here to lead off the third. Now you got the meat of this order coming up. Devin Mitchell already hit a ball hard for the first hit of this game in his first at-bat, looking to do damage. And it almost feels like the pressure was immediately lifted off of Devin Mitchell's shoulders. He had a phenomenal week last week, couple of 3-hit outings, but that switch was almost visible when he committed on Friday to New Mexico State. He was born in the land of enchantment, and that's where he'll return to Las Cruces, play for the Aggies. Spoke with him earlier today. He said he's excited to play. He didn't get to play a whole lot at North Carolina State. After being a .380 hitter at Florence Darlington. Mitchell stands in, hits from the right side. First pitch home, way outside. Hemisphere moves over. 1 ball, no strikes to Devin Mitchell. One of the veterans on this team. Not by years played, just by sheer age. A 22-year-old. 1-0. Mitchell hacks at it. Back pick throw to first. Did they get Nunez? Geiger couldn't squeeze it. But Nunez was well off the bag. Good toss. Hemisphere is one of the best defensive catchers in the league. He's already shown off the arm. But he's been so solid at keeping runners at bay. Don't want to steal on him. 1-1 to Mitchell. Hacks at it, lifts one in the air. Could be infield fly, but it gets to the outfield. Sigler charges in, makes the catch. Moranto pump fakes at second. He'll stay there. It's the first out here in the third. Pomeroy, a rare shortcoming in the first inning. He left a runner on base. 34 runs batted in, 10 more than any other player in the league. As it's officially chasing Durnan. He's on pace to do it, break the RBI record that Kingsport's Cam Durnan set a season ago, en route to becoming the Appy League Player of the Year. Heading to Missouri, where he was a standout player. 300 hitter for the Tigers in the SEC. First pitch, Pomeroy lifts one foul. Deacon just 1 day off since arriving here. He's played in 22 of 23 games. .374 batting average, leads the team. Patient, the 0-1. Pomeroy checks his swing, climbed the ladder there to try and chase the 0-1 fastball, which was eye level. Lewis' fastball has dipped down a bit as well. He's around 91 here in the third inning. And he, too, has seen his pitch count rise. 51 tosses. 0-2. Upstairs again to Pomeroy. Did not offer it that one. Pair of home runs, 11 runs batted in. Take home the Appy League Player of the Week. OPS over 1,400 in that stretch. 1-2 to Pomeroy. Sends one in the air, shallow right field. Instead, it's Geiger, calls it off on the edge of the infield. And the infield fly in play. Pomeroy retired, 2 gone here in the third. Chance for Kevin Bruno to introduce himself to Saukville. Walked in his first AB, gunned down stealing.
Kevin Bruno.
Bruno waits on the first pitch. Hiram Lewis goes home with it inside. A lot of movement in the stance from Kevin Bruno as he goes into his swing. He's kind of lunging forward in it. So much pop in the bat. Also an impressive BP round. My first impression of seeing him. He arrived late last night. 1-0 outside. 2 balls, no strikes. You got a guy in Orlando Fernandez that waits in the on-deck circle. Guy who so badly wants to show what he did a season ago here in Burlington. He was a .321 hitter. That one laced into center field, down for a hit. Here comes Moranto. He will score. Nunez stops at second, and Burlington takes a 3-1 lead. Well, Kevin Bruno already making his presence felt. That was a rocket that jumped right over Tanis's head into center field. Burlington back to a 2-run lead. The win stands Fernandez. See if he can keep the 2-out magic intact. Nunez at second, Bruno at first. First pitch. Fernandez watches the slider. That one catches the outside corner for strike 1. Fernandez, a 200 hitter even on this season. It's not nearly been what he did in college ball this year, what he did last season. 0-1. Taps that one foul. Quickly behind 0-2. Good off-speed mix from Hiram Lewis in this AB. If he can escape without any additional runs given up, it'll be now 18 innings pitched, 18 runs allowed. He'll keep that 9 ERA he entered today's game with. Shakes once into his stretch motion, offsets his feet. Checks towards second. Here's the 0-2. Fernandez grounds it softly towards third. Cox moves over, throws across the diamond to first. Beats Fernandez by a couple steps. Burlington gets another one. Kevin Bruno with an RBI single in his Saukville debut. It's 3-1 Sock Puppets. We head to the fourth. To the top of the fourth we go. New arm out for the Sock Puppets. It's the right-hander Mason Hatcher, making his 7th appearance of the season after showing his most impressive stuff against his former team on Friday was when he last threw. It went 1 2/3 innings out of the bullpen. No hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Took just 19 pitches to mow through the hottest team in the league, the Otterbots, who as of right now, in a doubleheader with Kingsport, in between games after blowing a huge lead. They led 9-1. They lost that game 13-12. First pitch home and check swing towards first base. They'll check it. And Tanis did not go around. The Otterbots finally fall after being 5-0 to start July. 4 of those wins coming against Burlington. 1-0 to Tanis. Pass ball outside corner. Missed again. It looks like Hatcher may be getting squeezed in the early going here. Fastball sits in the high 80s. 2-0. Fastball that time. Undeniable to Trey Neville. Works the count back to 2-1. Working primarily out of the stretch. 2-1. Nearly hit him. Did it get him on the cap? It didn't. Tanis quick to fall out of the box. Johnson City sends 7 hitters to the batter's box last inning, but they only played 1 run. They leave the bases loaded, thanks to Bruce Weish in left field. 3-1 from Hatcher. Barely hit foul towards his dugout. I rolled one off the glove of Munoz. Makes the count full. It's 3-2. Tanis struck out in the second inning. As the first 8 hitters in this order retired by Kyle Piercy. Hatcher's 3-2. Swung on and missed. Check swing. Tomahawked it down. And Mason Hatcher, with the high heat, has a strikeout for the first out here in the 4th inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 77.
That is a well-executed pitch. Learns from earlier in the AB when he gets a check swing in that same spot. So in stands Anthony Temesbury. Weak line out towards Friel at short to end the second. His first time up. 0-0 pitch. Outside corner. That's a called strike. Hatcher looks comfortable out there. 10 2/3 innings pitched. 8 hits, 7 runs, 8 walks, 18 Ks for the Radford Highlander. The 0-1. Lifted in the air, center field. Nunez ranging back. Flips his stance, now gives it real chase out to the track. Makes the catch right in front of the JIT roofing sign in deep center field. A long out from Temesbury has not swung it well at all as of late. Struggling to find it. But a pair of air outs. 2 gone here in the 4th inning. Burlington still leads it 3-1. Trying to even this season series with Johnson City. That one lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Mitchell camps underneath it. Mason Hatcher works a 1-2-3 4th inning. He's sat down 8 straight hitters going back to his outing in Danville. Mason Hatcher keeps this game at 3-1. The Burlington 7-8-9. That means Bruce Weish to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning when we come back. You're watching the Burlington Sock Puppets on Aware TV. Burlington 3, Johnson City 1. It's the bottom of the fourth inning here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Josh Rothard here with you on the call. The Sock Puppets amidst their worst drought. They have not lost 5 straight games since July 2023, and that is the case after the Sunday loss to Danville to complete the 4-game sweep, trying to reverse their fortunes tonight. Bruce Weish stands in and hacks the first pitch he sees, deep center field. Urban gives it chase and finds it in the gap for the first out of the inning. Couple of hard hit balls for Weish tonight. 1 pitch, 1 out in the fourth. It's still Hiram Lewis on the mound for Johnson City. And now Justin Munoz popped out his first time up. Waits on the first pitch from Lewis. High and tight, tied up the catcher. Munoz, 891 OPS entering today's game. It's a quiet killer in the bottom half of the order. The 1-0 misses away. 2 balls, no strikes. Sort of thrust into a starting role. He's the only remaining catcher from the start of the season. Mason Pickering leaves with an injury. Vincent DiCarlo commits to Wake Forest. He has left the team. Now the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Munoz chasing. Slider. Good pitch from Hiram Lewis. It's the count to 2-1. So Munoz, a guy who was playing once every 2 or 3 days at the start of the year, is now played in more games than he's not over the last week. Cracks at the 2-1, sends it foul, out of play. Make it 2-2. Johnson City without a hit through 4 innings of play. And Kyle Piercy, Mason Hatcher tandem has worked strong. This was a Johnson City team that surrendered 20 runs on the 4th of July game against Kingsport. Did not even play 9 innings. 2-2. Munoz sends it right back to the mound and hawking it like a cornerback intercepting a pass. Hiram Lewis makes the play to first for the second out. Laser right back to Lewis on the mound. He didn't flinch, kept his glove down, stayed with it. So now Jack Freehill, the 9-man in this order. Mickey Tettleton just likes a lefty as his caboose. It was Moranto for the good part of this season, and now it's Jack Freehill in his first start. First pitch from Lewis out of the windup, outside to Freehill. Sardi retrieved a new bat after cleanly breaking his first piece of wood in the second on a line out to shortstop. Waits on a 1-0. Outside again, 2 balls, no strikes. Freehill from Stanford, California, the Menlo School, is headed to the Ivy League where he'll play for Columbia, as does the current catcher in this game, Anthony Temesvari. 2-0. Way inside. Freehill backed out. 3 balls, no strikes. Freehill pitch. Outside again, missed with 4 straight. Jack Freehill works the walk. That's the 4th walk issued by Hiram Lewis. 5th if you count the hit by pitch to Nunez in free passes. Still just the 3 hits, the single to Mitchell, the home run by Weish, and the single by Bruno. 1 in each inning, none here in the 4th. Moranto to bat for a 3rd time here in inning number 4. Yet to record a ball in play, a strikeout in inning number 1, a walk in the 3rd. Freehill takes off. Temesvari throws down. Does he gun down his teammate next year? He doesn't. Freehill in ahead of the tag. It was slightly offline. The element of surprise. Freehill's got some wheels. Puts a man in scoring position. 1-0 the count to Moranto. Maranto 18 runs batted in. 4th most on this team. Top 12 mark in the Appy League. 1-0. Good curveball. Catches the zone. Make it 1-1. Friel off a second. 1-1. Outside. Lewis climbing up the ladder there, trying to get Maranto to chase. He's also climbing up the ladder in pitches thrown tonight. 72 pitches from the Terriers' right-hander. Field shifts towards the push side. 2-1. Gets away from Temesvari. Friel takes third. He rounds it. Wants to try home, but now will backtrack towards third base. Friel with some serious speed. 6 foot, 160 pounds. Man, he moves like a sprinter out there. Maranto ahead 3-1. Had a plate appearance streak against Danville, in which he walked. And 5 straight at-bats to lead off that series. Waits on a 3-1. Pitch home. Good slider. Can't find the corner. Maranto waits, drops his bat, hops down to first base. That's walk number 5 by Hiram Lewis, a lefty going in the Johnson City pen. Grant Clevenger. Julian Hatcham are both warmed up, both expected to go tonight. Hatcham is the active Doughboy that is tossing in the bullpen. No movement from Dave Anderson yet. And now he'll hop out of the dugout. Will he make a move? Or will he just walk down? Looks like he's just going to make his way down. First pitch, Nunez. Eyes a fastball that misses upstairs. Nunez ground out and a hit by pitch. 2 at-bats tonight. The 1-0. Down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Anderson glancing towards Hatcham, throwing in the pen. He make a move in the middle of the at-bat. Looks down towards his note. He's going to let Hiram Lewis get out of it himself. The 2-0 pitch. Nunez cracks it foul. Barely off the inside part of that barrel towards the backstop. 2 balls, 1 strike. Over the halfway point in this league, Burlington sits at 10-14. Hitting a jolt this week to get them back into play. 2-1 grounded foul towards the Burlington pen. Through the wickets of Jason Johnson, who fakes the throw. And there is a reason that Jason Johnson is a pitcher only. And it is because he cannot field a routine ground ball. Count 2-2 to Nunez. Big pitch coming from Lewis. Throws home. Maranto takes off. Upstairs, they'll give Maranto second. Count is full at 3-2. Stop! 3-2 to Nunez. Launched, right center field, deep in the gap. Sigler turns his back. It's down. 2 runs come across. Friel and Maranto score. Nunez wants 3. The throw to third. Nunez dives in safely. Ball away and chased down by Lewis. It's a 2 RBI triple in Jaden Nunez's Burlington debut. Sock Puppets 5, Doughboys 1 here in the 4th inning. Dave Anderson out of the dugout. And Hiram Lewis's longest outing of the season comes to a close. An even 80 pitches tossed. He doesn't quite get out of the fourth inning. A 2-run triple, the kill shot, and he'll exit with a man at third. 5 runs allowed, 5 walks issued, just 1 strikeout. And he'll give way to the left-hander, Julian Hatcham. We'll take a quick step aside here on Aware TV. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. The Doughboys are looking for quality innings from a new pitcher. When you're looking for quality service today, look no further than Quality Service Today. For trusted local experts, Quality Service Today is the go-to plumbing company in Mebane and the surrounding communities. Our qualified plumbers will take the time to listen to your concerns and work closely with you to come up with a plan that best meets your residential plumbing services and needs. Dave Anderson goes to his bullpen, calls in the cleanup crew. Julian Hatcham has been solid this season. Pitcher at Erskine Community College. And the Chicago native making his 10th appearance of the season. 18 innings pitched. He's allowed just 6 runs, 23 Ks. With 6-7 lefties. First pitch to Devin Mitchell is hacked at, sent to center field. Routine run out there for Urban. Camps under it. And it's 1 pitch, 1 out of the bullpen. Julian Hatcham ends the threat. Jaden Nunez, 2-run triple here in the 4th inning. Burlington has a lead, 5-1 as we head to the 5th. On Aware TV, you're watching the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the fifth we go. Burlington has a 4-run lead at home. They've had this lead just once before. Oh, that 6-game losing streak. They led 4-0 over Danville. Or Danville broke the hearts of the Sock Puppets faithful. First pitch from Hatcher is a called strike on the outside corner. Zach Porter to lead things off here in the fifth for Johnson City. A flyout in the third inning. Porter waits on an 0-1 from Hatcher. Grounds it foul towards the Burlington dugout. Porter, like his starting pitcher, Hiram Lewis, played at Wofford this past season. 2 seasons spent there. 3 hits in each year. Got just 9 at-bats as a freshman. Hit 136 as a sophomore. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Mason Hatcher turns up the dial. Moves one right past Zach Porter. There's one out here in the fifth.
Now batting third base, number 7, Noah Cox.
Noah Cox, the lone run getter for Johnson City tonight. He walked and advanced on a pair of wild pitches, went from first to third on one. Hatcher out of the stretch. That one lined foul. Cox at 197 this season, 664 OPS, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. And the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, for Johnson City, they've played the East. 11 of their 24 games this year. The 1-1 from Hatcher downstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. They have not lost a series against a East team yet this summer. Series win against Burlington early on this season. 2-1 called strike inside corner. A series win against Pulaski in the season opener, and then another series win against Pulaski in June at home, and then they split with Danville. 2-2 from Hatcher. Fastball down low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They got Burlington this week. Bluefield the following 2 series against East teams before a 3-game set against Danville at home. Cox has worked it full. 3-2 from Hatcher. Grounded towards second. Past Moranto into right field. A scorching hit. Noah Cox has Johnson City on the board. It's the first base knock for the Doughboys tonight. Here in inning number 5. Burlington halfway towards a no-hitter. To the top of the order for the 3rd time, Kenyon Hughes Jr. Walked in the 3rd, grounded out in the 1st. He's at 286 entering today's game. He's back in his left-handed stance. First pitch. Good changeup. Mason Hatcher starts him off with a strike on the outside part of the plate. Hughes, 42 starts as a freshman at Southern University. Waits on an 0-1. That one, similar pitch, missed outside with it. Make it 1-1 to Hughes Jr. Cox leads off at first, 1-1. Slap foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So for Hatcher, the Cox hit, it's the first base runner Hatcher's allowed over his last 10 hitters faced. Scorching hot. After a little bit of a slow start, it has never been controlled. Even at Radford, 10 walks, 29 strikeouts over 21 innings. The 1-2. Changeup missed outside. His control has been superb tonight. He's commanding his spots with great precision. Just missed there. All the way to Kenyon Hughes. Struck out 25 times. He's walked 17 times this year. 2-2. Did he get him here? Missed outside with it. Not by much. All the way still to Hughes Jr. He was ahead 1-2. Hughes Jr.'s worked it full with one out here in the fifth. The full count pitch. Runner takes off. Missed outside with it. Hatcher can't quite find the zone. Kenyon Hughes so disciplined at the plate. Works a one-out walk, puts two guys on. One out here in the fifth inning.
Now at number 18, Walter Irvine.
Now it's Walter Irvine. A strikeout and a walk for Irvine tonight. Sets up a double play. Moranto pinches in, backs out towards his position. Irvine hits the first one foul off the netting. Couldn't quite escape the backstop here at the ballpark. Irvine playing his high school ball at Loyola. Ready for the 0-1. Good curveball. Hatcher paints the outside corner. It's 0-2 to Irvine. Wind was carrying out at the start of the game. It's now working its way in towards the Burlington dugout. Ready with an 0-2. Hatcher goes home. Fastball, dots the corner. Mason Hatcher with a 3-pitch K of Walter Irvine. Big second out here in the fifth inning.
Now back number 10, Nate Eisfelder.
Eisfelder will play at Indiana next year. He's got a teammate that sits on the top step of the Burlington dugout. 0-0. In the dirt, Munoz, good block to keep it in play. Eisfelder, a top-ranked outfielder from the state of Tennessee in 2025. His first collegiate hit came against Tennessee Tech. It was a grand slam. Played in just 18 games, got 4 starts for the Vols. 1-0. Away from Munoz this time. It's too far of a run, and he directs Hatcher to cover home plate. 2 misses down low to Eisfelder. Makes it 2-0. Top 100 prospect nationally in the class of 2025. Native of Jonesboro, Tennessee. Hatcher behind 2-0. Pitch to Eisfelder. Worked him inside. Eisfelder yanks his hands above the ball. 3 balls in, no strikes. Infield plays Eisfelder back. And to keep this ball on the ground. 2 outs. Burlington leading 5-1 here in the fifth. Pitch from Hatcher. Eisfelder sends one high to center field. Long run, Nunez scampers in, camps under it, makes the catch. No runs come across. Hatcher gets himself out of it here in the fifth. We are halfway through this one. Burlington searching for its first home win since June 11th. They're halfway there. They lead 5-1. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Bottom 5 at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Sock Puppets, for one time this year at home, lean on their pitching to lead the way through 5 innings. Just 1 run on 1 hit for Johnson City. First pitch to Deacon Pomeroy is a curveball that misses downstairs. Temesvari thought it was a strike. He withdrew after taking the throw back to his pitcher, Julian Hatcham. 1 pitch, 1 out to clean up the job in the 4th. Pomeroy grounds one towards third. Fielded by Cox. Shuffles, rifles to first, and gets Pomeroy out. 5-3 on the ground out here to start the 5th.
Now by number 3, Kevin Bruno.
Kevin Bruno, single in the 3rd. Got a run in last time. Outside pitch is a called strike on the corner. So you got Nunez, who makes his home debut. Picks up 2 RBIs. Bruno with an RBI single, 0-1. Golfs for it, misses it. No balls, 2 strikes. The debuts could continue tomorrow. Not Appy League debuts, Burlington debuts. Salmoneo expected it. 0-2. Bruno didn't chase it. Great changeup. That has so much run away from right-handed hitting as he prorates his changeup. Got about 8 inches of break away from a hitter. Pairs that with the fastball at 92. 1-2 from Hatcham. Up towards right. Does it stay fair? It's a foul ball, says Tyler Giss. It was a foot foul. He's hit a couple balls hard tonight. Bruce Weiss, 2-run home run to start things off in the 2nd. Kevin Bruno, RBI single in the 3rd. Jaden Nunez, 2-run triple in the 4th. It's 3 straight innings with runs scored for Burlington. They lead it 5-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Another 1-2. Good grunt from Hatcham on the mound, but he missed short with it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Bruno grounds it towards second. Hughes scoots over, throws to first. And a pair of groundouts ushered in. Julian Hatcham, 3 up, 3 down since entering out of the pen. He's got 2 outs here in the 5th.
Number 7, Orlando Fernandez.
Orlando Fernandez stands in. Walk and a run scored, a ground out to his name in this one. Hatcham out of the windup. First pitch. This is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Fernandez, uncharacteristic. He's not been playing nearly as much as we're used to seeing him out there. A pair of days off in that Danville series on Thursday and Saturday. That one launched. Shallow in on the infield. Hughes ranges in. Hatcham has a 1-2-3 5th inning. First time with a 0 on the board since the 1st. Johnson City's left-hander goes 1-2-3. We head to the 6th inning. It's 5-1 Sock Puppets on Aware TV. We've played 5 here at the ballpark. Jason Johnson, the new right-hander, out on the bump for Burlington, making his 7th outing of the season. 16 innings pitched. He's been touched up a few times at home. But 4 runs in a start against Elizabethton earlier this season. And he will face 4-5-6. Jackson Geiger to lead things off for the Doughboys. First pitch. Cracked to right field. This ball's right at Devin Mitchell and comes in, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Geiger's put a couple good swings. He just can't seem to break out of it. He's now 1 for his last 21. And those balls hit tonight all hard, all to the outfield, but all for outs. So he's 0 for 3. Johnson, 14 walks, 9 strikeouts, 7.88 ERA. Gabe Tanis, pair of strikeouts tonight. 246 hitter. Squares to bunt, now pulls back. Munoz stabs at it to keep it in front. One out to Tanis, comes home with it. That one's punched foul. Tanis, a native of Barrington, Rhode Island. The only representative on his squad from Rhode Island. They got a couple Texas kids, a couple Florida kids in the 1-1. That one sent towards first. Pomeroy backhand. He'll take it himself to first base for out number 2. Tennessee, the overwhelming majority, 6 kids, representatives from the volunteer state. But it's a league that has really grown to be a nationwide organization. More kids from California than ever before, more kids from the Great Plains states, kids from Oklahoma and Kansas litter this league. 0-0. Down low. First pitch is a called strike to Anthony Temesbury. Also a pair of air outs. Line out hit towards Friel in the second. Flew out to center in the 4th. Waits on an 0-1. Johnson out of the stretch. Swings and misses. And an off-speed pitch. Johnson 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 6th inning. Just what the doctor ordered. This rotation has been pushed to the brink. They've been fighting against the wall. 0-2. Right down the middle. Jason Johnson freezes Temesbury to end the 6th inning. 1-2-3, go the Doughboys. Life we haven't seen from this pitching staff since the first series of the season. Just 1 hit for the Doughboys. We had at the bottom of the 6th inning. Burlington still on top. It's 5-1. Could it be the breakout that Appy League fans were waiting for from Bruce Weish? 1 for 2 tonight. 2-run home run in the second inning. Hit a ball hard to center. His last time up, he'll face Julian Hatcham here to start off the 6th inning. Hatcham in his second full inning of work, and the left-hander deals. Weish swings over top of a curveball. No balls and 1 strike. A 6-7 left-hander goes home with the 0-1. That one pulled back into the zone. Temesbury picks it up on the low part of the zone at the knees to Weish. No balls and 2 strikes, moving quickly. Hatcham back into his windup. Outside with the 0-2. Make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weish with the home run in the second, the diving catch in the third. Phenomenal. There's lightning in right center field, it looked to be. The 1-2. Away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perhaps just a flash. Instead, it's 2-2 to Weish. Fastball called third strike. Weish paces back towards the dugout. It's the first out here in the 6th. First strikeout picked up by Julian Hatcham. Now Justin Munoz stands in. 1 gone here in the 6th. Burlington leading 5-1 over Johnson City. First pitch. Munoz takes it. Called strike on the outside corner. Munoz 0 for 2 tonight. A pop out in foul territory and a ground out. The 0-1. Munoz doesn't hack at it. That one also in the zone. Hatcham working downhill. Very smooth. He's very efficient. And he's so quick. He's in his own rhythm. The 0-2. Grunts. Munoz fouls it off. You can tell when you get an extra effort from Julian Hatcham. It's a North Dakota State for his freshman year before transferring to Erskine College in South Carolina. The 0-2 again. Inside to Munoz. Munoz just 2 runs batted in this year. 1 in the opening series, 1 a solo shot last week. The 1-2. Munoz swings through it. Great curveball. They'll have to throw down to first. Temesbury completes the putout at first, and it's a pair of Ks. For Julian Hatcham here in the 6th, he's through 2 innings of work, and he's sat down all 6 hitters he's faced.
Now batting number 6, Jack Freehill.
First lefty on lefty matchup of this game. Jack Freehill, the 9-man, standing against Hatcham. First pitch. Freehill faked a bunt attempt. The pitch missed. Slider, 13 miles an hour slower than the sinker. It's got so much break. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. It's out in front of a slider. A ball and a strike to Jack Freehill. Hit .319 in his high school career at Menlo Park. .378 as a senior with 3 bombs. The 1-1. Good hard fastball on the inside part of the plate. Called strike. Brings the count to 1-2. Hatcham comes set. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Julian Hatcham makes quick work of the sock puppets in the 6th inning. He punches out Weish. He punches out Munoz. And he punches out Freehill to strike out the side. We head to the 7th inning. Burlington in a defensive battle, and they're winning. It's 5-1. We head to the 7th inning here in Saukville. To the 7th we go. Burlington still leads at 5-1. Johnson to face Sigler to lead off the 7th. First pitch. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Music continues to run. And time is called now. Oh, 1 from Johnson is outside. A quick technical delay for the music that was continuing to run. A ball and a strike to count to Sigler. Johnson goes home with it. Missed inside. Sigler really struggled. He was a .400 hitter at McLennan Community College in Texas. First team all-conference player. Headed to Dallas Baptist. Has not quite put it together in this league. A .140 hitter. 2-1 from Johnson. Outside, make it 3-1. Sigler 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout and a lineout. There's the 3-1. Lines one foul down the left field line. Got all over that one. He got over one in his second at bat as well. He was early on an inside fastball. It would have been a home run if it stayed fair. So he's barreled up a couple balls tonight. Has not been rewarded. Johnson ready. The 3-2. Lifted left field. Hooking foul. Long run. Weish won't get there. And it's out of play anyways. That one also would likely have been gone if it was in fair play. Weish running all the way towards the end line out there. So we'll do another 3-2. Sigler waits, adjusts his helmet into his stance. Johnson will work out of the stretch with the 3-2. Pitch home. Inside, he lost him. Sigler wins the battle. It's a guy on to start the 7th for Johnson City. Zach Porter with no one gone, man at first here in the 7th inning. Porter also 0 for 2 tonight, a flyout and a strikeout. Johnson wants a ground ball. First pitch, line into left field. It hangs in the air. Weish calls it. It lands in front of him. Now Weish would have had to replicate his diving effort in the 3rd inning, and it lands just a few feet in front of him. Second hit of the game for the Doughboys. They've got something going here in the 7th inning. Runners at first and second, no one out. Noah Cox has the other Doughboys hit, and he bats now with 2 men on, no one gone. Double play still in order. The middle of the infield pinches Moranto crowding second base. First pitch. Fastball called strike. Noah Cox, the only Doughboy to reach base in both at-bats tonight. Walk and a single. Johnson's 0-1. Grounded towards third. Not foul. Scooped up by Benjamin Johnson, the bullpen catcher. Johnson with the 0-2 pitch. Checks towards second. Checks again, now goes home. Barely tapped foul. Off the end of the bat, Cox stays alive. Johnson back into his stance. Out of the stretch with another 0-2 pitch. Grounded towards short. Taylor made. Freehill, high hop. Shovels the second for one to first. Moranto eats it. It's a fielder's choice. They'll just get the one at second base. It took a high bounce into the chest of Jack Freehill, but he stayed with it and secures the out at second. Puts runners at the corners with one out. That stands Kenyon Hughes Jr. Takes the first pitch, fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Hughes hasn't been particularly good with runners in scoring position, just 190 on the season. The 0-1. Slider called strike. Hughes drops his bat, shrugs his shoulders, not in favor of that call from the home plate umpire, Trey Neville. But Johnson works ahead. It's 0-2. Pitch to Hughes Jr. Outside part of the plate. Didn't quite find it. Hughes Jr. right to be upset with that one. It missed off the plate outside. Count 1-2. Ziegler at third. Cox at first. Pitch home. Sent on a line to left. Into left field. Past Freehill. RBI single. Kenyon Hughes Jr. cuts into the lead. Ziegler comes around to score. It's 5-2. The Doughboys threatening. They got the tying run at the plate with one out here in the seventh inning. And it's the third time Hughes Jr. has reached base tonight. His first hit of tonight's game. Big time at bat. Walter Urban. He was carved up in the fifth by Hatcher on 3 pitches. 0-0. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Ball misses downstairs. No strikes. 1 ball the count to Urban. Johnson grabs the rosin bag from behind the mound. Quick to his motion again. Checks towards second. The 1-0. Good off-speed pitch. Slider in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson feeling the heat tonight. He's got the fastball working up above 93 in his second inning of work. The 1-1 to Urban. Squares to bunt again and pulls back at the last second. Munoz traps it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Urban has homered twice this year. Big fly here would tie this game. The 2-1. Another square, another pullback. Johnson misses the zone. Says something into his glove as he covers his mouth with it. It's 3-1 the count. Urban has walked once in this game. A walk would load the bases. The 3-1. Sent to center field on a line. Nunez charging in, lands in front of him. He'll throw in. Pomeroy, the cutoff man. It's over his head. Blocked by Munoz at home. And that loads the bases. Nearly got all the way away from Munoz. It was Cox at third checking out if he could try and steal home on the throw back in. Back-to-back hits from Hughes Jr. and Urban. And that'll draw Dave Schmidt out of the dugout. We'll take a quick break here. Johnson City threatening. It's 5-2 here in the top of the 7th. Meeting on the mound ends in stands. Nate Eisfelder flew out in his last AB, 0 for 2 tonight. Double play ball in order. First pitch, outside. Just the one walk for Johnson. 2 innings of work. That walk did come in to score. It was Brennan Sigler that led off the inning. Jason Johnson's 1-0. Inside again. He's missed with 2 straight. He's behind to Nate Eisfelder. Searching for a ground ball to get Burlington back in the dugout. 5-2, the Sock Puppets lead here in the 7th. Johnson goes home with a 2-0. Fastball finds the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. The RBI hit from Kenyon Hughes Jr. A lone RBI for Johnson City in this game. They have just 4 hits, as does Burlington. The 2-1. Grounded towards short. TaylorMade. Freehill to second for 1. Moranto to first. It's a double play. 6-4-3. Go the Doughboys. Jason Johnson digs deep. Gets his ground ball. Gets the Sock Puppets back into the dugout. It's stretch time at the ballpark. And Burlington has a 5-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning here on Aware TV. When you ride with NC by Train, you'll enjoy spacious seats with plenty of legroom and no middle seat ever. I mean, I've flown a couple planes before, and sometimes there's only 2 seats, so there's no middle seat. Anyways, take advantage of free Wi-Fi and power outlets at each seat to get a head start on your workday, catch up on studying, or sit back and binge your new favorite TV show. Comfort, convenience, and affordable ticket prices guarantee there's a perfect NC by Train trip for everyone, whether for work or play. And with 9 stops in North Carolina, leave the hassle of traffic and parking behind. Let NC by Train be your #1 travel choice. That's a lefty-on-lefty matchup to start the 7th inning. It's still Hatcham, Moranto to lead things off. Slider misses outside. 1-0 the count to Moranto. Moranto a pair of walks and a K tonight. 1-0. Catches the corner of the outside fastball. Well, he was such a solid contact hitter. The 1-1 is outside. He still is. He's a .375 hitter entering play today. Such a solid contact hitter. But it seems like most of his at-bats resolve in walks or strikeouts. Mostly walks as of recently. The 2-1. Moranto hacks at it, fouls it off. Out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couple of practice check swings back towards the mound. Ready with the 2-2. Hatcham's throw. Swung on and missed. Moranto tried to dig it out of the ground, and Hatcham paces around the mound. He's got 4 strikeouts in a row. The lefty is dealing out there, just needs some run support from his offense. Moranto passes off some signals towards Jaden Nunez, the new batter, with one out here in the 7th. Nunez, hard to believe the last time he hit was the big 2-run triple all the way back in the 4th. Takes the first pitch, curveball in the dirt. That was the last time Burlington put a guy on base. Julian Hatcham has set down 8 straight guys since coming out of the pen. Nunez, the only guy he is yet to face tonight, and he gets him right here, behind 1-0. Tar Heel digs in, waits for it. 1-0. Another curveball, another miss. 2 balls, no strikes. Activity in the Burlington pen. Zachary O'Neill starts to loosen up. Assume he would get the ball in the 8th. A 2-0. Nunez takes again. It's inside. Fastball that time. 3 balls, no strikes. Nunez 1 for 2. Pair of runs driven in on that triple. Also a hit by pitch and a ground out. 3-0. Curveball catches the outside corner, and you get 3-1. The O'Neill could see Yoakum potentially in the 8th or 9th. He has a ball he's tossing to himself in the pen right now. The 3-1 to Jaden Nunez. Swung on, sent to right field. This ball has a little bit of carry on it. Sigler backs up, makes the catch. Nunez flies out. 2 outs here in the 7th. And that is a trip around the sun. Julian Hatcham, 9 up, 9 down since entering this game. First guy he faced, Devin Mitchell, swung at the first pitch he saw, flew out to end that 4th inning. Mitchell 1 for 3 tonight. A couple hard hit balls, including a single back in the 1st inning. Was stranded on 3rd. First pitch. Mitchell eyes it in the zone. Fastball in there. First strike 1. Waits on an 0-1. Grounds it just behind home plate. Out of play foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Mitchell. It's been the strikeouts that have vastly reduced this week. Mitchell waits on an 0-2 from Hatcham. Grounds it hard and through the hole and into left field. Split Cox and Tanis. Mitchell's got his 2nd hit of the game. First guy to solve the puzzle on the mound, that is Julian Hatcham. He's been just uber efficient getting outs. He's thrown just 38 pitches, 25 strikes, 3 innings, 1 hit allowed, no runs, 4 strikeouts. A lefty lowering his ERA to 2.57. He's got Deacon Pomeroy standing in, works from the stretch for the first time. The first pitch misses low to Pomeroy. Across for a new ball from the catcher, Temesbury. Pomeroy one behind his teammate and the other Batch brother on the squad. Brandon Novi has the home run lead with 7 so far this year. Pomeroy was 6. The 1-0 outside. 2-0 to Deacon. There was a slight spurt this year where there was a cluster of guys in contention for the RBI crown. As the 2-0 to Pomeroy is a curveball in there for strike 1. Pomeroy ran away with it this week. He had a 5 RBI game at the end of last weekend, and then 11 runs driven in this week to cement him atop the leaderboard with a 2-1. Swung on a miss out in front of a curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There was Davis Perkins up there. Kyle Krupp was up there. Brandon Novi, his teammate. With guys departing, you had Enzo Infelice in Bluefield. Won the player of the week and then immediately dipped. 2-2 to Pomeroy. That one's launched to left field, has some carry on it, back towards the warning track as Eisfelder makes the catch. Kind of a half swing from Pomeroy, ends the 7th inning. 5-2, Burlington leads. We head to the 8th inning. Zachary O'Neill, the new man on the mound for the Sock Puppets. Back in just 30 seconds here for the 8th inning. To the 8th we go. And can you believe it? There is 7 total runs scored in this game. It is a true masterpiece thus far for Burlington's pitching staff. They have 1 shutout. It came in a 7-inning game against Danville. With the 2 runs that Burlington has allowed tonight, that would be the lowest total outside of that shutout. Would be the lowest in a 9-inning game this year. Elizabethton, they allowed 4 and 3 in the series there. It's been spectacular as the first pitch from Geiger is sent to left field in the Bermuda Triangle. Freehill, long run. It lands in foul ground. Freehill and Weish, they collide at the end of the play. Both took a tumble. It was a long run. Both guys get up. Those are guys that met today. Freehill making the 6-hour flight from California. It landed at 2:30 in the morning at Raleigh Airport. Geiger, long walk back to retrieve his bat. Freehill and Weish will walk back to their positions. I mean, Burlington has, as a pitching staff, outside of that 7-inning win where Braden Curry was spectacular 2 weeks ago in Danville, it has been a struggle to keep runs off the board. O'Neill tasked with doing so. And his 0-1 skips in front of home plate. Geiger doesn't chase. 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Neill making his 6th appearance of the season. Late game guy, the 1-1. Fastball, outside corner, called strike, says Trey Neville. 6 2/3 innings pitch. No walks and 10 Ks for O'Neill. And it was wind up with a 1-2. Geiger clubs it foul down the first base line, out of play, towards his bullpen bench. Well, stay tuned for this series. 2 more. One tomorrow, 1 on Thursday. O'Neill back with another 1-2. That one lined over his head into center field. Moranto couldn't quite get to it. And so Geiger has a hit. His first time in 4 tries tonight. Puts a leadoff guy on here in the 8th inning. Geiger was 1 of 21. 1 for his last 21. He's got a hit now in this series. Can that propel him forward? He's got so much pop in his bat. First pitch outside. And Gabe Tanis, that's a called strike. That one looked off the plate. O'Neill trying to do what Jason Johnson did an inning ago. Get a ground ball. Waits an 0-1. Tanis slips one foul. Hurling towards the inflatables that stand on the concourse area on the right side of this stadium. Quickly ahead, 0-2. O'Neill a 5.40 ERA in the summer. The 0-2. Tanis grounds it towards first. Pomeroy fields it, throws to second. Frio off the bag to 1. O'Neill couldn't drag his foot. They just get the lead runner. It was so close to a 3-6-1 double play. Instead, just a fielder's choice. And they get the lead runner, Geiger. Man, that would have been something. Back-to-back innings with a double play. Anvil did that against Burlington a series this weekend. Burlington has not done that this year. Munoz directing O'Neill to step off before his first pitch to Anthony Temesvari, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Temesvari throw out a runner behind the dish. Back in the second inning. Yo-oh. Hammers it off one of the pitchers in the bullpen. Tyler Schaefer. I think it was Tyler Schaefer in the bullpen who got hit. He's a starting guy tomorrow, and he's making jokes. The 0-1 is upstairs. They continue to banter towards Temesvari, who stands in the box. They shift him to his pull side. They're arguing the pinch for the double play. Moranto just a few steps behind second base. The 1-1. In the air. Could it stay in the park? It's over my head. It's out of play. It's off the press box roof. So a ball and 2 strikes, the count to Temesvari. He was K'd looking by Jason Johnson in the 6th inning. And 0 for 3 in tonight's game. O'Neill's 1-2. Temesvari sends one foul. Tim Lawson on ball duty tonight. Starting alarm from Sunday's game, always on bats and balls duty the following day. Talk of maybe a bat boy, a ball boy coming in and working for the team, potentially. Check to first. Pomeroy has to move off the bag. Temesvari waits. The 1-2. Right at Moranto to second. Throw to first. In time. Double play. Braden Moranto on the lineout throw to first to double up. Gabe Tanis, they've done it 2 innings in a row with an inning-ending double play. This Burlington defense has been rejuvenated. Miraculous day off yesterday. It must have been. 5-2 the lead. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Sock Puppets still ahead here on Aware TV. We're in the 8th inning. Burlington needs 3 outs to claim victory, but first they'll get to hit an additional time. 5, 6, 7. Due up here in the bottom of the 8th. Kevin Bruno will lead things off against the new arm. Hatcham gives way to Ricky Odette. Ricky Odette, a strange motion. Misses way outside with the first pitch. Ricky Odette, the son of the head coach at St. Leo in Florida. Got just 12 2/3 innings this year. It was 1-0. Sent. Flare into right field, and it gets past Hughes. Bruno leads things off with a base hit here in the 8th inning. Second hit tonight, third time he's reached base.
Now batting number 7, Orlando Fernandez.
So in stands Orlando Fernandez to face Ricky Odette. First pitch outside again. And Odette, we were talking before the game with some of the data coordinators here and the Johnson City broadcaster who made the trip. He has one of the slowest velos in the league. Misses upstairs with that one, but he's a third-year player on this Johnson City team. 9.45 ERA last season, 14.63 this year. He's allowed 30 runs in 16 innings. Misses downstairs. 3-0 to Fernandez. Check over to first. Bruno back in sliding. Has it been the hits? It has. It's 33 hits allowed over 11 appearances and 12 walks and just 14 Ks. And an open stance on the mound. The 3-0. Fernandez watches, misses with 4 straight, and the floodgates could open quickly. There's now 2 guys on, no one out here in the 8th inning. It's the sidearm delivery from Odette that it's hard to register on the TrackMan that tracks the pitch type. Everything is registering as a curveball because of his sidearm slot. And Weiss watches the first pitch miss inside. It's similar to what the sidearmers in the MLB consider. Just everything moves horizontally. The 1-0. Weiss watches it. That one's in there for a strike. His fastball or changeup, as it registers, is just 75 miles an hour. His curveball, which most of the pitches register at, 65 to 66. The 1-1. Weiss taps it foul. It's almost unbelievable to go from Hatcham, who was consistently 93, 94, to a guy who is sitting in the mid-60s. Weiss is behind 1-2. Odette's throw. Weiss barely gets a piece of that one. Fouls it off. Stays at 1-2. Weiss tonight, 1 for 3. A big home run in the second inning. 1-2 to Bruce. Watches it. That one never got to home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Weiss with the home run tonight. Now 9 extra base hits this year. His OPS surging high above his average, the 2-2. That one again swung at and fouled. Relative to his average, that is. The OPS at 770, the average at just 222. Shows his extra base power, considering Devin Mitchell this year is a 347 hitter with just an 870 OPS. And he hits balls hard. The 2-2 outside to Weiss. He's worked it full. We will see an 8th pitch in this at bat. From Odette to Weiss. Bruno at second, Fernandez at first. The full count pitch. Weish back to the mound. O'Detty fields, throws to second for one. Hughes to first, double play. A 1-4-3 double play ends the momentum that Burlington had built to start this inning. O'Detty 1 out away from getting out of this thing scoreless in the 8th inning. Munoz, a chance to drive in his 3rd runner of the season. And hacks that in his way out in front. That ball hit the end cap of the bat. Manager Dave Anderson of the Doughboys comes to retrieve it. Ball's got some fuzz sticking out of the laces, no doubt. 0-1 to Munoz. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes. Munoz calls for time. Jack Freehill waits on deck. He has not hit a 4th time tonight. Burlington very rarely does not get through the order at least 4 times. Just a handful of times this year. The 0-2. Munoz lifts it. Shallow right field. Hughes ranges over. Geiger calls him off. Makes the catch on the edge of the infield. Ricky O'Detty gets a double play ball. Little pitcher independent fielding for that kid. Johnson City needs 3. We head to the 9th inning. 5-2 Burlington. We head to the 9th inning here. It's Zachary O'Neill on the mound. He's trying to get the 6-out save, and he's got a 3-run cushion. It's not the 3-run cushion that should scare you. It's the fact that Burlington this year has had a pretty unbelievable bullpen occurrence. They have 11 save opportunities. They've converted just 2 of those. The 9 blown saves lead the league. The 18% save percentage, also worst in the league. But Zachary O'Neill humming along. A double play ball to end last inning. First pitch inside to Sigler. Just like the 7th, it's 7-8-9 for Johnson City. Sigler, Porter, Cox, and the 1-0 from O'Neill. Fastball down the pipe. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just 11 total hits in this game between Johnson City and Burlington. The 1-1. Sigler takes. Slider outside, called strike. O'Neill got work on Friday in Danville. Gave up just 1 run in that 8th inning he went. The 1-2. That one in the dirt. Make it 2-2 to Sigler. 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout, line out. Worked a big walk in the 7th inning. Came in to score Johnson City's 2nd run. The 2-2. That one hit high in the air and hooking foul out of play. Just over the dugout and hit the netting. Kind of funneled down towards the Johnson City dugout. O'Neal requests a new ball for another 2-2 battle with Brennan Sigler. Both of those saves came in the opening series. That's how long it's been since Burlington has had a successful save. The 2-2. Fastball low. Munoz out of his crouch. Thought he had him instead to count full. O'Neal back into his windup. Ready with the 3-2. Kicks and deals home. Off the plate. And Brennan Sigler has a pair of productive walks in this game tonight. Moves Johnson City's tying run to the on-deck circle. Zach Porter with one of Johnson City's 5 hits tonight. A single back in the 7th inning. A double play in order again, just like the 7th, just like the 8th. O'Neal's first pitch. Grounded towards short, through the hole, into left field. Porter's got a 2-hit night, and Sigler to second. Johnson City has a 9th inning rally. And the tying run is Noah Cox, who comes to bat. Freehill was pinching there. Would have been a tough play if he was in his usual spot to go across the diamond. Timely hitting for Johnson City. 2 runners on, no one out. Noah Cox, the 9-hitter. Waits for the first pitch. Fastball, top of the zone. Called strike, says Trey Neville. No 1 to Noah Cox. O'Neal will step off. This crowd here at Burlington Athletic Stadium, maybe in the tens of fans right now. The 0-1. Lifted in the air, right field, slicing foul. Out of play. This becomes a souvenir for a bunch of fans waiting in the concourse. Ahead 0-2. Cox has been on base all 3 times tonight. A single, a fielder's choice, and a walk with a run scored. O'Neal's ready, out of the stretch with the 0-2 pitch. Grounded towards short. Freehill to second. Moranto for 1 to first. Pomeroy scoops it. Another double play in a crucial moment. How about Jack Freehill? How about Braden Moranto in the middle infield? 3 double plays in 3 innings. Zachary O'Neal is 1 out away. Burlington can taste it. Their first home win since June 11th. Kenyon Hughes Jr., the last chance for Johnson City, takes a first pitch fastball away. So Sigler to third on the double play. Goes 6-4-3. It's the 4th double play ball turned in this game tonight. The 1-0. Hughes out of play on the swing. Big hit with a man in scoring position last time. RBI single for his 9th run driven in this year. The Sock Puppets can feel it. Nearly a month in waiting. 1-1 grounded. Moranto at second. Fields it. The throw to first. It is finally over. The loss streak ends at 7 at home. The losing streak ends at 5. Burlington is in the win column. It's a pitching masterclass. Zachary O'Neal closes the door, and the Sock Puppets win it 5-2 at home over Johnson City.
5-2 over the Doughboys. Make sure you come back tomorrow night for Part in the Park.
Part 2 tomorrow. Burlington and Johnson City. Now even on the season series at 2-2. Burlington up to 11-14. And Johnson City drops to 13-14. We'll take a quick trip around the Appy League. Some important games for division play. Bluefield currently trails Greenville 6-2 in the 8th inning. Danville lost game 1 of the doubleheader with Kingsport. They trail 3-1 in the 3rd inning of game 2. That's going to be a long night in Kingsport. And Pulaski leads Elizabethton 11-10. Pulaski trailed by 6 runs in that game. If you're a Burlington fan, you'd like to see the River Riders storm back and win that one in the 9th. That'll just about do it from Tuesday night, one of the quickest games of the year, sub 3 hours. It's amazing what happens when this pitching unit is in sync. 5-2 the final score for my producer, Thomas Leffler, Josh Rothert. Signing off from Burlington Athletic Stadium. It's a Victory Tuesday here in North Carolina.